Thursday nights used to be for leftover pizza and mindless TV. Now they're for lies and cheap perfume that doesn't belong to my wife. Before we dive deeper into this story, I have one small request. Please subscribe, drop a like, comment, and hit that hype button to boost this channel so more people can discover these incredible Reddit stories. I'm heading to Jenna's for wine night, Monica announced, checking her reflection in the hallway mirror for the third time. Her smile was too bright, her new black dress too tight for a casual sister visit. I'm Alex Wright, 41, project manager at a mid-sized construction firm. I've been married to Monica Evans Wright for 8 years. She works at a downtown advertising agency, makes decent money, and apparently thinks I'm an idiot. Another wine night? I asked, not looking up from my laptop. That's the 4th one this month. Jenna's going through a rough patch with her marriage. Monica's voice had that practiced smoothness she used with difficult clients. She needs support. Right. Support. Is that what they're calling it now? My phone buzzed 20 minutes after she left. Monica's text read, "I'm at my sister's. Don't wait up." I stared at the message, then walked to my kitchen window. Mrs. Hanley from next door was watering her roses even though it was nearly dark. She waved when she saw me. "Another late night for Monica?" she called out. Mrs. Hanley had lived in this neighborhood for 30 years and knew everyone's business better than they did. "Sister's house," I replied. She gave me a look that said everything. "Saw her with a man last week. Tall fellow, expensive car. Hope it wasn't your brother visiting." "I don't have a brother." My best friend Sam called while I was processing this information. Samir Patel worked in IT, had helped me set up our home security system, and possessed an unhealthy obsession with neighborhood drama. "So, Monica's at her sister's again?" Sam's voice carried that knowing tone. "Apparently, though Mrs. Hanley saw her with some guy last week." "Dude, you know what you need to do, right?" I did. I pulled up Jenna's contact information. Monica's sister lived across town, worked as a nurse, and supposedly hosted these frequent wine nights. Jenna answered on the second ring. "Alex, is everything okay?" "Hey, Jenna, sorry to bother you. Monica left her charger here, and I know she's probably dead by now without her phone. Can I drop it off?" Silence. Then, "Alex, I haven't seen Monica in weeks. We had a fight about, well, it doesn't matter, but she's definitely not here." My stomach dropped, but my mind cleared. I thanked Jenna and hung up. Then I texted Monica back, "I'm not alone either." The response was immediate. "What do you mean?" I didn't reply. Instead, I called Jenna back. "Jenna, I need to ask you something, and I need you to be completely honest with me." "Okay." "Monica's been using you as an alibi, hasn't she? These wine nights that never happened?" Another pause. "Alex, I think you should come over. We need to talk." 20 minutes later, I was sitting in Jenna's kitchen while she made coffee with shaking hands. "I should have told you months ago," she began. "Monica asked me to cover for her back in January. Said she needed space to figure things out. I thought maybe she was planning a surprise for you or dealing with work stress. But then I saw her car at the Marriott downtown, with Joel Carter's BMW parked right next to it." Joel Carter, Monica's creative director. The smooth-talking 45-year-old who drove a BMW and wore expensive suits that probably cost more than my monthly mortgage payment. "How long have you known?" 3 months. I confronted Monica about it, told her she needed to end it or tell you herself. She said I was being dramatic, that it was just a phase. My phone buzzed. Monica again. "Alex, who's there? Answer me." I showed Jenna the text. She sighed. "She's probably panicking. Joel's wife is out of town this week. They've been more careless lately." "His wife knows?" "No, but she's suspicious. Joel's been sloppy. Late nights, mysterious charges on credit cards, new cologne." I stood up. "Jenna, I need a favor." "Anything." "Come to my house, right now. Monica's about to get a reality check." We drove separately to my place. I had Jenna park in the garage, then texted Monica. "Come home. Now. We need to talk." The response was immediate. "I can't leave Jenna right now. She's upset." I replied, "Ask her yourself." Then I handed my phone to Jenna, who typed, "I'm fine, Monica. Go home to your husband." 15 minutes later, Monica's car screeched into our driveway. She burst through the front door like a woman possessed. "Alex, who the hell is here? I saw lights on in the—" She stopped dead when she saw Jenna sitting at our kitchen table, calmly sipping coffee. "Hello, Monica," Jenna said. "We were just discussing your wine nights." Monica's face went through several emotions: confusion, recognition, fear, and finally, anger. "What is this? Some kind of intervention?" "It's called honesty," I replied. "Something you should try." Monica's mask was slipping. The confident, polished woman who left 2 hours ago was being replaced by someone desperate and cornered. "I don't know what you think you know, but Joel Carter," Jenna interrupted. "Marriott Hotel, room 237, last Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday." Monica's face went white. "How was your date tonight, Monica?" I asked. Or should I say, how was Joel? The silence stretched for 30 seconds. Then Monica's shoulders sagged. "It's not what you think." "Really?" "Because I think my wife has been lying to me for months, using her sister-in-law as an alibi while she screws her boss. He's not my boss. He's my creative director, and it's complicated." "It's adultery," Jenna said flatly. "Pretty simple concept." Monica turned on Jenna with sudden fury. "You sanctimonious bitch! Like your marriage is so perfect! At least I'm not pretending to be happy while my husband ignores me. At least I'm not cheating. You're just jealous because Joel chose me over—" She stopped, realizing what she'd almost said. "Over you?" I finished. "Jesus, Monica, you stole your sister-in-law's affair partner?" "It wasn't like that." Jenna stood up slowly. "Actually, Alex, it was exactly like that. Joel and I had a brief thing last year when my marriage was rocky. Monica found out and decided she wanted him for herself." I sat down heavily. This was worse than simple adultery. This was calculated betrayal of family. "So, let me get this straight," I said. "You seduced your sister-in-law's lover, then used her as an alibi to continue the affair?" Monica's face crumpled. "You don't understand the pressure I'm under at work. Joel makes me feel appreciated, valued." "I'm filing for divorce," I interrupted. Monica's tears stopped instantly. "You can't. I'll ruin you. I know about your side consulting work, the cash payments you don't report." "Go ahead," I said calmly. "I've been documenting everything for my accountant. All legal, all reported. Can you say the same about your expense account dinners with Joel?" Her face went pale again. "Now get out of my house." "This is my house too." "Not for long." Monica looked between Jenna and me, realizing she had no allies left in the room. She grabbed her purse and stormed out, slamming the door so hard the windows rattled. Jenna and I sat in silence for a moment. "I'm sorry, Alex. I should have told you sooner. You're not the one who took marriage vows with me." But my revenge was just beginning. The next morning, I called Sam. "I need your help with something. How good are you with audio equipment?" "Pretty good. What do you have in mind?" I explained my plan. Sam was quiet for a moment, then started laughing. "Dude, that's diabolical. I love it." We spent the weekend setting up. Sam installed a small recording device in my home office, where Monica often took private calls. He also helped me set up a more sophisticated security system with cameras covering the driveway and front entrance. Monday morning, I went to work as usual. Monica was avoiding me, staying at her friend Rachel's apartment downtown, but she'd have to come back eventually for her things. She did, Tuesday evening, and she wasn't alone. The security system sent an alert to my phone at 6:47 p.m. I watched from my office as Monica's car pulled into the driveway, followed by Joel's BMW. They entered through the front door like they owned the place. I gave them 30 minutes, then drove home. I could hear them in the kitchen, voices raised in argument. "Told you this was a bad idea," Joel was saying. "If he's got lawyers involved." "He's bluffing," Monica replied. "Alex doesn't have the balls for a real fight. He never has." "His friend was asking questions at your office yesterday. Someone from IT. Sam's harmless. He's just Alex's lapdog." I smiled and activated the recording app on my phone as I walked through the front door. "Honey, I'm home!" I called out cheerfully. Silence from the kitchen. I walked in to find Monica and Joel frozen like deer in headlights. Joel was holding a beer from my refrigerator. Monica had changed into one of her dresses that she'd left behind. "Joel, good to finally meet you properly," I said, extending my hand. "I've heard so much about you." Joel didn't take my hand. He was a tall man, well-built, with graying temples and the kind of artificial smile that came from years of client meetings. "Alex, this is awkward." "Not really. You're screwing my wife. She's leaving me for you. Pretty straightforward situation." Monica found her voice. "We came to get my things." "Of course, but since you're both here, maybe we can clear the air. Joel, how long has this been going on?" Joel glanced at Monica nervously. "Look, man, I never meant for it to happen. But it did happen. For how long?" 6 months, Monica said defiantly. "Try 8, I replied. "I found the hotel receipts. The Marriott has excellent record-keeping." Joel's face went red. "You've been spying on us?" "I've been protecting my interests. Speaking of which, Joel, does your wife know about this?" "Leave Patricia out of this." "Kind of hard to do, since Monica destroyed her sister's relationship with you first." Joel looked confused. "What?" Monica shot me a warning look, but I continued. "You didn't know? Jenna and Joel had a thing last year. Monica found out and decided she wanted you for herself." Joel turned to stare at Monica. "You said Jenna was your sister." "She is, my sister-in-law." "You said she was covering for you because she understood what it was like to be in an unhappy marriage." "She was covering for me because you stole her boyfriend." Monica's face flushed. "It wasn't like that." "Then what was it like?" Joel demanded. I decided to help them along. "Monica, why don't you tell Joel what you told Rachel about his performance issues?" Dead silence. "What performance issues?" Joel asked quietly. "Nothing," Monica said quickly. "Alex is trying to cause trouble." I pulled out my phone and played a recording. Monica's voice filled the kitchen. "Honestly, Rachel, Joel tries so hard, but he's just not that good in bed. I have to fake it most of the time. But he's got money and connections, and he's better than being stuck with Alex forever." Joel's face went from red to white. "You recorded us?" "I recorded conversations in my own home. Perfectly legal." Monica lunged for my phone, but I stepped back. "That's not all, Joel. Want to hear what she really thinks about your poetry?" "My what?" "The love poems you write her. Monica, didn't you read some of them to Rachel? Called them middle school garbage, if I remember correctly." Joel turned to Monica with a look of pure betrayal. "You shared my private writings with your friends?" "Joel, let me explain." "Explain what? That you've been laughing at me behind my back while I destroyed my marriage for you?" "Your marriage was already over." "Because you told me it was. You said Patricia didn't understand me, that she was cold and distant." "She is." "Based on what? You've never even met her." I watched this unfold with deep satisfaction. Sometimes the best revenge was just letting people reveal their true selves. Joel grabbed his keys from the counter. "This is over, Monica. All of it. You can't just leave. What about the promotion you promised me?" "What promotion?" Joel laughed bitterly. "You think I have that kind of pull? I'm a creative director, not the CEO." "But you said—" "I said a lot of things. Apparently so did you." Joel stormed out, leaving Monica standing in my kitchen looking lost and desperate. "Well," I said cheerfully, That went better than expected. Monica turned on me with pure hatred. You bastard. You planned this whole thing. I planned to find out the truth. The rest was just you and Joel being yourselves. I'll make you pay for this. With what? Your job that depends on Joel's recommendation? Your friends who are already gossiping about your affair? Your sister-in-law who never wants to see you again? Monica's phone buzzed. She looked at it and her face crumpled. What now? I asked. Rachel. She says everyone at the office knows. Someone played your recording in the break room. I smiled. That would be Sam. He's very thorough. Monica sank into a chair. My career is over. Probably. Sleeping with your supervisor tends to create hostile work environment issues. HR frowns on that sort of thing. I have nowhere to go. That's not my problem anymore. Monica looked up at me with tears in her eyes. Alex, please, can't we work this out? I made a mistake. You made a choice, multiple choices, for 8 months. I'll do anything. Sign the divorce papers when they arrive. That's all I want from you. Monica gathered her purse and headed for the door. She paused at the threshold. You know what? You're right. I did make a choice, and I'd make it again. Living with you was like being buried alive. Then you should thank me for setting you free. She slammed the door behind her. I poured myself a beer and sat down to enjoy the silence. My phone rang. It was Jenna. Alex? I just got a call from Joel's wife. Apparently someone sent her copies of hotel receipts and some very interesting text messages. Really? How terrible. She's filing for divorce too, and she wants to meet with you. What for? She thinks we should compare notes, make sure our respective spouses don't try to hide assets. I smiled. Smart woman. She also mentioned something about Joel's company car being used for personal business. Apparently that's a violation of his employment contract. Even smarter. Alex? Yeah? Thank you. For being honest with me and for making sure the truth came out. Thank you for not covering for her anymore. After I hung up, I walked through my house, enjoying the peace and quiet. No more lies, no more late-night wine nights, no more wondering if my wife was where she said she'd be. My phone buzzed one last time. A text from Monica. I hope you're happy. I typed back, I'm getting there. Then I blocked her number. 3 weeks later, I ran into Joel at a coffee shop downtown. He looked terrible. Unshaven, wrinkled clothes, dark circles under his eyes. Alex, he said quietly. Joel, how are you holding up? Lost my job. Patricia took the house. Monica won't return my calls. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you? I considered the question. Actually, yeah, I am. You got played as much as I did. Joel nodded slowly. She's quite the actress. That she is. For what it's worth, I never meant for it to go this far. I believe you. We stood there for a moment, two men who'd been destroyed by the same woman. What are you going to do now? I asked. Start over, I guess. Maybe move back to Denver, where my brother lives. That sounds like a good plan. Joel extended his hand. I know this is weird, but... No hard feelings? I shook his hand. No hard feelings. He walked away, and I never saw him again. The divorce was finalized 2 months later. Monica got half of our savings and her car. I kept the house, my retirement account, and my dignity. She moved to Phoenix, supposedly for a fresh start. Last I heard, she was working at a small marketing firm and dating a divorced accountant. I'm still in the same house, still working the same job. But now, when I come home at night, I know exactly where I stand. No lies, no games, no wondering what's really going on. Mrs. Hanley still waves from her garden. Sam still calls with neighborhood gossip. Jenna and I exchange Christmas cards, and every Thursday night, I order pizza and watch mindless TV in perfect, honest solitude.